design stress. Now for design stress, kailangan natin consider whether the materials are brittle or ductile. Kasi pag sinabing design stress, i-apply lang natin yung factor of safety given in the problem. Now para makakuha ng design stress, if your material is brittle material, ang gamitin mo is the ultimate stress, i-divide mo ng factor of safety. Ductile material naman, ang gagamitin is yield stress over the factor of safety. Now, para hindi tayo magkamali whether ultimate or yield yung gamitin sa brittle at ductile material, ang palatandaan ko doon is yung word na body. Ibig sabihin doon, brittle, ultimate, ductile, yield. And then kapag hindi nagbigay ng shear stress, tas kailangan in the problem, given yung axial stress, ang range nun is nasa 0.4 to 0.6. So, ang kunin natin yung gitna, 0.5. So, ang shear stress is equivalent sa 0.5 ng axial stress, if not stated. Now, ano yung mga materials na brittle at ductile? So, ito yung mga examples. So, sa brittle material, sa iron, glass, concrete. Sa ductile material, steel, copper, aluminum, iron, zinc, tsaka tin. So these are examples. Apply naman natin sa sample problem. So sample problem regarding sa design stress. A steel rod on bridge must be made to withstand a pull of 5,000 pounds. Find the diameter of the rod assuming a factor of safety na 5 and an ultimate stress na 64,000 psi. So, this is a design stress problem, nagbigay ng factor of safety. So, given yung force, factor of safety, tsaka ultimate stress. Ang tinatanong is simply the diameter. So, direct sub, ito yung ating working formula. So, ultimate stress over factor of safety, force over area. Now, pag hinila mo yung rod, ano yung area na nagre-resist? Area perpendicular dun sa force. So mathematically speaking, kung tinitignan ko yung drawing, yung area perpendicular should be yung cross-section lang ng rod natin. So that should be bilog lang. So this is pi over 4 d squared. Kompleto naman tayo sa given yung ultimate, factor of safety, force, and then nang nawawala lang diameter. So shift solve lang ito. Substitution tayo. Okay, ultimate stress is 64,000. Ang PSI is pound kada square inch. Ang factor of safety 5. Yung force na given is 5,000 pounds. So consistent unit. And then this is pi over 4 d squared. So assuming in diameter inches, square inch yan. So consistent yan, one unknown, one equation. Shift solve tayo. So 64,000 over our factor of safety. 5,000 over pi over 4 diameter alpha x squared. So, one unknown, one equation, shift solve, makuha natin yung diameter. So, ang diameter natin dito is 0.705 inches. So, kapag meron tayong factor of safety, design stress yung tinatanong, i-divide lang yung ultimate or yung yield, depende sa material. Thermal stress. Now, para madaling maalala yung formula sa thermal stress, ang palatandaan ko lang dito is this. Ang typical na ginagawa natin pag na-stress tayo, kumakain. So, yun yung pinaka-coding namin. Pag thermal stress, eat. So, E, alpha, delta T. Simply eat. Para naman sa thermal deformation, ang palatandaan ko naman dyan, alat. So, eat, alat. So, alpha, L, delta T. Now, please remember na nagkakaroon tayo ng thermal stress if you have a material na nagkaroon ng temperature difference, tapos yung material natin rigid or fixed. Kasi ang tendency ng material natin, pag mayroon change in temperature, mag-expand. Now, since hindi siya makapag-expand, okay, na lilimatahan siya ng pinaka-boundary, so that's the time nagkakaroon ng thermal stress. Okay? Sir, paano pag wala namang harang dito? So, kapag walang harang, okay, for example, naka-fix lang siya sa isang end, tapos yung isa is free end, tapos nagkaroon ng temperature difference, yung ganitong setup, wala itong stress. Pero meron siyang deformation. Okay? Kasi nakakapag-elongate siya, or kaya naman pwede siyang mag-shrink freely. So, nagkakaroon na ng stress kapag rigid. Pag free naman siya na de-deform, walang stress, pero merong deformation. So, tandaan natin yung EAT, alat. By the way, yung alpha ng steel, kapag hindi given, ay binigay na natin yan nung simula, 6.5 times 10 raised to negative 6 kapag English. Okay, and then 11.7 times 10 raised to negative 6 kapag SI. Bisaduhin yun kasi sometimes given, sometimes hindi. Okay, let's try problem number 1. A 10 inches long and 1/8 inch steel bar is welded between two supports. If the bar is installed at a temperature of 70 degree Fahrenheit, by how much stress is induced if the temperature increased to 130 degree Fahrenheit? The coefficient of expansion for steel is 6.7 times 10 raised to negative 6. So, meron tayong steel bar na naka-weld between two supports. So, fixed. And then, nagkaroon ng temperature difference, kaya nagkaroon ng stress. So, ang tinatanong yung stress. Okay, this is direct substitution. Ito yung mga given natin. Okay, ang tinatanong thermal stress, ang formula, EAT. Now, if you analyze, delta T is the temperature difference. Okay, that is already given. Okay, and alpha is also given. Ang nawawala lang yung elasticity. Hindi binigay yung elasticity ng steel. So, kailangan kabisado. So, another constant yan, binigay sa inyo kanina. That is 30 times 10 raised to 6 PSI. So, since kompleto na tayo sa ating given, kasi ito, minimemorize din yan, masasagutan na natin yung problem. Okay, so let's try. So, thermal stress is equivalent sa E ng steel, please memorize. 30 times 10 raised to 6 PSI multiply sa alpha, given 6.7 times 10 raised to negative 6 kada Fahrenheit. Multiply natin ang temperature difference na 130 minus 70 Fahrenheit. So, magka-cancel out lang naman yung ating Fahrenheit. Ang matitirang unit, PSI. So, therefore, ang ating thermal stress, pag kinumpute na natin, should be equivalent sa, so, applying our calculator na lang yon. Okay, this is 30 million. Multiply natin ng 6.7 times 10 raised to negative 6. Then, temperature difference, 130 minus 70. So, ang stress na madidevelop should be 12,060 PSI. Okay, so this is problem number 1. Next, try natin problem number 2. A prismatic bar at 50 degree Fahrenheit is embedded in a rigid concrete wall. The bar is 40 inch long and has a cross-sectional area na 4 square inch. What is the axial force developed if the temperature is increased papuntang 100 degree Fahrenheit? So initially from 50 magiging 100. Tapos rigid, so ibig sabihin fixed. The thermal expansion coefficient of the bar is 5 times 10 raised to negative 6 kada degree Fahrenheit. And yung E na gagamitin is 32 million PSI. So, ang tinatanong dito is yung force. Okay, isolate natin given. So, you have the length, the area, dalawang temperature, alpha, and then elasticity. Now, ang tinatanong dito, force. So, recall tayo ng dalawang formula. Okay, ang formula ng thermal stress is EAT. Okay? Now, another formula, yung formula natin sa compressive stress, pwede rin naman force over area. Kasi ang nangyayari dito, basically, yung ating prismatic bar dapat mag-expand. Pero since hindi siya makapag-expand kasi nga rigid ito, fixed, okay, pakiramdam niya nako-compress siya kasi hindi siya makapag-expand dito. So basic formula ng compressive stress, force over area. Now, para makuha natin yung force, okay, na mararamdaman dito sa prismatic bar, ang gagawin lang natin, pinakamabilis na paraan, equal stresses lang to. Kung ano yung thermal stress develop dun sa ating prismatic bar, yun din naman yung compressive stress na mararamdaman yung pinaka-rigid wall natin. So, equate mo yung dalawang stress. So, pag in-equate natin yan, so ang mangyayaring solution will be like this. So, ang thermal stress is E alpha delta T. Ang compressive stress is force over area. So, lahat ng yan given, ay meron tayong data, elasticity, alpha delta T, area, at tapos nawawala yung force. So, pwede na siya i-shift solve. Ay, elasticity is 32 times 10 raised to 6 PSI. Alpha is 5 times 10 raised to negative 6 kada Fahrenheit. Ang delta T is 100 minus 50 Fahrenheit. Okay, cancel out na natin yan. So, this is PSI. Equivalent siya sa force over area. So, equivalent sa force over area. So, assuming yung force natin pounds, so this is PSI, pound kada square inch, this is PSI, consistent. Shift solve, makuha na natin yung force. So, calculator, so 32 million, 5 times 10, raised to negative 6, 100 minus 50. It's equivalent sa, yung force yung nawawala, alpha x over 4. Shift solve, makuha natin yung force na tinatanong. So that should be 32,000 pounds.